Welcome back to the garden. Today I'm going to take you through my morning routine. I try to come out here every morning before it gets super hot in the summer and just do a garden walk and see what's going on. It gives you a good indication of what tasks you'll have to get up to throughout the week. And all you need is 10 minutes. So grab your coffee and we'll go tour the garden. Okay, the first thing I wanted to show you is the Nicotiana against the back wall there. Look how big that got. So they're supposed to get like 5 feet tall and they're already taking off. It's early June right now. So there's only two that are looking a little stunted, but I think they'll make a recovery. And then in front of them, we have the dahlias, and then in front of that, we have the snapdragons. And then on either end, we have bookended with just some parsley I had, which is really got to get trimmed back. It's getting kind of wild looking. So off to a good start for this flower bed. And then we'll come over here to the garden proper. The herbs are looking great. They always look so nice in the spring. Everything blooms, it's flowering. You got your sage flowering, thyme's flowering. The oregano, I think I said 2 weeks ago, needs to be cut back. It still needs to be cut back. Over here, we got our tarragon. Made a great comeback. It was just a stick earlier in the spring, and now it's looking awesome. And then we have our oregano. I thought this was for sure going to die. There's still some gaps in it, but I mean, it's looking great. And that's some more time. And the only thing I have a basket on still in the garden is this tiny little rosemary. Rosemary takes a while to take off, but once it gets going, it gets huge. So he's looking pretty good. He put on some new growth. I just want to keep the squirrels away from him for as long as I can. And then what I try to do is just walk the beds every morning, see what's going on. So last night we had a storm roll through. I had to run out here and tie up this dill so the stalks wouldn't break off. We grew 3 different varieties. This is the Teddy variety, and then the Ducata, and then the Mammoth. The Mammoth, I wanted to fill up this arbor, and it's doing a great job so far. The Ducata and the Teddy were supposed to be smaller, and the Teddy, it was true to that. The Ducata is as tall, if not taller, than the Mammoth. And I'll come on the other side over here. You can see it's starting to shade out some of the pepper plants. So I'm gonna end up cutting that back because it's just not what I was expecting, and I don't need that much dill anyway. So it'll just open up a gap for me to put something else. And I'll dry that out in the sun probably today, and that'll give a lot more light for these pepper plants. But the pepper plants all look great. The eggplant is getting a little beat up by flea beetles, as you can see the holes in it, but they always do, and they always seem to be fine. Ideally, I wouldn't have flea beetles, but I'm not going to cover them. They should be fine throughout the season. Look at the alyssum. That just took off. Looks awesome. And they're going to fill the whole corners. So what I'll do is I'll start like kind of training it to just flop over the way that I want it to. And then you'll be cutting it back throughout the season because it gets so big. So this bed's looking really good. I don't see any pests. I don't see any disease. It rained last night, so I don't need to worry about watering it. So that's always awesome. And this bed over here, the beets are actually making a really good comeback. They got really beat up by the leaf miner. You can see a lot of ugly leaves, but there's a lot of green and they're putting on a lot of growth. So if you come over here, you can see we're going to get some beets. They won't be the biggest ones I ever grew, but we'll have a nice little harvest. And the fennel is coming along great too. The potatoes, I got to tie these up a little bit more. I just came out here and kind of just pushed them in. I put a string line across the front here to keep them off the fennel and the carrots in these beds. But I got to do a little bit more just to keep them from flopping over in the wind. The peas are still hanging in here too. Not gonna get any peas from them probably, but they look pretty. So this all looks good, no pests or anything that I'm seeing, and you can see the fennel is starting to bulb up. We'll be able to harvest that probably in a couple weeks. Carrots are all flopped over from all the water, but they'll spring back today when the sun comes out. But they're looking good. We thinned them out the other week. You can see the potatoes got pretty beat up, but look how big they are. They're really tall. So I'm gonna come out here probably and put another stake in each corner and just kind of box them in so they have a little more support for themselves. You don't really need to do that, but it'll make things look a lot more tidy. I like things to look, pretty tidy in the garden. This is our backyard and the patio is 10 feet away, so want it to look good. Our beans in the corner here have germinated and they're looking great. So they're getting enough light. They'll be able to start climbing up this arbor here and they'll just take off. No pests there. Over in this bed, celery's looking good. I never had any issues with celery. Like I said, once it gets in the ground, it just starts to take off and you're gonna have celery for the whole season. You just come in and just grab a stalk, and then I don't usually harvest the whole head. But even if you do harvest the whole head, it's not a big deal. It'll still start to grow back anyway, and you'll be able to have it all season. Yeah, and you can start some now actually, and it should be good for you by the fall. These pepper plants are all looking good. I just keep coming in and harvesting the parsley, mostly from over here, just to keep them off my pepper plants so they can get a little more light. Now we did have an issue with, I'm not sure if it was pill bugs or slugs. I did put a little beer trap out here, filled with some kombucha. I didn't really catch anything though, but we had lettuce in this row here. We were eating a lot of it, and I just tossed the rest of it yesterday because it just had a ton of holes from some pest. It may have been earwigs, but I never caught any, so everything else looked good except for this one pepper plant. You can see he kind of got the brunt of a little bit of it too, but he'll be fine. They're really, once they start growing, there's no stopping the peppers. And then more beans over here. They're taking off as well. They look great, no pests. Everything's looking good in these beds. Even the marigold's pretty happy. And then we come to our onions. So let me get this net off. Sorry for all the jostling. So the onions are looking great. They're really starting to bulb up in the front here. These are all the scallions, and we've been harvesting them for the last couple of weeks now. I have way more than I'll ever need, as always. And over here's our leeks. Again, they're looking really good. They're starting to do their thing. These may end up being in here all season because my intention was to turn this bed over, but you really can't store leeks all that great from what I've done at least. So I might just harvest from these all season and just maybe plant some Swiss chard or something in here later since the net's already there. If you remember, we started some squashes. I think the seeds were old because I only got 2 to germinate here. So we got one here coming up. We got one here and something was biting on it. So I need to put a trash can over these before the squirrels get to them. Nothing came up in this bed yet. So I might do like runner beans or something here instead. You know, if something doesn't germinate, it's not a big deal. It's just an opportunity to grow something else. Over here, we have cucamelons, and they just started to germinate. You can see all these little guys here. So I've never grown them before. Really interested to see what happens. This is our hardneck garlic, and we just started harvesting some scapes the other night. So once the scapes start coming up, you're going to want to harvest them. Otherwise, the plant's going to send all its energy to the flower. This ends up being a flower. So like this one here is a great one to harvest. You can see it's already curled back down. So you just come down here and just snap them off. And you can use this in stir fries or in pastas. Hugo's getting involved. What's up, buddy? Stay out of there. Yeah, you can use these for all, just use it in place of garlic basically. You can pickle them, ferment them. So yesterday I came out here and I tied the tomatoes back to the arbor. I use these little plastic clips. You can just use twine. I probably would just use twine. I just happen to have these. Bought a huge box for like 10 bucks years ago, and I'm just running through them. But I'm glad I did because we had a thunderstorm last night. It came through and it would have really made a mess of all this stuff. But the tomatoes look great. The basil, we did a big harvest last night. I just came in and just cut the middle stalk out of all of them. And we got a bunch in there. You can make some pesto or whatever you want to do. We just made a little herb salad. Marigolds are looking good. They're even starting to bloom. Yeah, all the tomatoes look real good. They're all tied up and they're going to start climbing these arbors. Here's our soft neck. Yeah, this is looking great. Never grew soft neck before. It's looking as good as the hard neck, so I'm curious to see if I notice even any really difference. I like to have the scapes from the hard necks. That's just an extra harvest for you. Looks like our tag blew away last night. Put him back. Jersey Devils. All right, and last but not least, our cabbages. Look how big they're getting. So these are the Jersey Wakefields. This is our green cabbage bed, basically. They're looking really good. They should be ready to harvest in a week or two, maybe 3. Over here, though, this is what I'm most impressed with. Look at this Napa cabbage. I've never successfully grown it before, but this was the variety to do it with. It's huge. So I really need to harvest him like now. And then we have some more green cabbages, and even the red cabbage was catching up. He was really stunted and small earlier this season, but it actually is going to work out because, you know, how many cabbages can you eat at one time? A lot of these will become sauerkraut, but The red one we'll just maybe use for salads later in the season, whenever it's ready. Take your time there, buddy. So, yeah, where are we at now? This is almost a 10-minute walk, and this is kind of what I try to do every morning. Let the dogs run around, have some fun, make sure everything in the garden looks good, especially after a storm, and just do this every day, and you can check and see if anything is going wrong with your garden, if there's anything to harvest in your garden, if anything needs to be watered, and it just keeps you on top of things. This is probably the number one tip I would give anybody. Just make sure you're in your garden. So I hope your garden's doing great, and get out there. It's time to garden.